Hi, welcome back to Family and Fit, where we talk fitness and how to integrate it in your busy lifestyle. So today, we'll be discussing why I don't do leg day, why I skip legs, and why I decided not to work out legs. I've been working out for 2 years now, and I've pretty much done like a total of like 10 leg days since I've been working out. And I have a few pretty big reasons why I went about doing this, and why I went about lifting the way that I did, and just completely leaving out leg day. I get a lot of flack from people saying, oh, you need legs, like, you need that solid foundation, blah, 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 blah. And yes, I agree, like, your physique is going to look bad if you have a great upper body and your lower body looks like junk. It's just common sense. But even though you can make more progress on your upper body just by doing legs because of testosterone release and just overall being in that anabolic state all the time, it is not necessary for you to do legs to build a great physique. One of the YouTubers that I follow quite frequently is Rob Lipset. And he posted a video, or he posted a picture of whenever he had been working out for 3-5 years, something like that, and built like a great physique, upper body physique, and was pretty much at his genetic potential, but he hadn't done hardly any legs whatsoever. So he posted a before and after of his physique before he started doing legs and after he started doing legs, and he did gain a little bit more upper body, but it wasn't hardly anything for the extra years added on, because it's like 2 years total of the transformation that he showed, and his legs completely exploded over that period of time, but his upper body didn't have much more of a transformation, and that was just because of lifting for more consecutive years. You will make slightly more gains than what you would have if you didn't do legs, but it's not going to be such a great impact that you're just going to have a frail upper body because you're not doing legs. That's just not how it works. So what are the reasons why I decided that I don't want to do legs? And why would I suggest for you guys to potentially not do legs and to skip leg days? Well, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the number one reason. So if you want to leave after I get done with this tip, go ahead and do so. But make sure you hit that subular button so you can check out some of our other content when we upload it. Here on this channel, we try to focus on those people who work a 9-to-5 job, have kids, or just overall have a busy lifestyle, going to college, whatever it may be. Most of our tips are going to be targeted towards not people trying to make maximum gains, but people who are just trying to stay consistent with going to the gym and trying to make it part of their lifestyle. Just have a better physique, lose a couple extra pounds. So we definitely specialize on this channel in just targeting the more simple things and not making things as complex as possible, and just breaking things down as simple as we potentially can. So when I went into this fitness journey this time, one of the things that I knew that I wanted to do and I had to do is I had to be consistent with my workouts. I knew that I had to stay on top of it, and I knew that I had to do whatever it took to make sure that I stayed consistent. And one of the things that I did is I made it more simple. I made things simpler by focusing on my upper body entirely and pretty much completely neglecting my legs. The advantage this gave me is I was able to skip days at the gym and still be on track, because legs wasn't something I was trying to hit. I could literally work out every other day or every 3 days or twice a week at that, and that's all I needed to hit in order to get my upper body. Whereas if I try to do legs and I try to do upper body, I'm going to try to have to balance getting to the gym more, or if I try to hit legs and upper body in the same day, I'm not going to get as much volume towards my upper body, and it's going to be a major deterrent if you're in the gym consistently working out and you're not seeing any progress because you're not getting enough volume towards a specific muscle group. If you want to grow a bigger chest and you do 3 sets of bench press and that's all you do to work out your chest for a week, you're not going to really make any progress. So in order to see progress, you got to really focus on what you want to focus on. If you want bigger shoulders, you got to focus on that muscle group. So what I just decided basically that I'm not worried about my legs. I truly do not care about my leg size. I don't care what anybody thinks about my leg size. I want what's going to make me feel good, and you should do what makes you feel good. If you want to be able to deadlift a hella weight and you don't care about what your upper body looks like, do you. So it's all about starting off with something that you really want to focus on the most. Even if you're literally doing nothing but focusing on like chest, like you don't even care about any other muscle in your body, just go in there, hit them compound movements like a bench press, and then just do pec decks all the time, just chest flies, just continually focus on that one muscle group. Like that's a very optimal way to like step your foot in the door and to stay really consistent with doing something. But if you have a goal like fat loss, that can be a little bit more tricky, because a lot of times with fat loss, even when you lose fat, a lot of times you don't feel as good about your body, especially if you're a male. Females, it's not that big of a deal, but males, a lot of times you can feel frail, Like when I've leaned down, a lot of times I feel like a stick figure. So fat loss can be a little bit more tricky. But if there's something like a muscle group that you want to build, like you just want bigger legs, or you want bigger calves, or you want bigger chest, or bigger, like I did, upper body, you know, focus on that at first. Just focus on that one simple thing, and make sure you're hitting it twice a week, and you'll start to build that respect for going to the gym, that respect for yourself, and just knowing that you're gonna be able to stay consistent with those goals that you've set for yourself. And that's such a huge positive self-esteem builder just for yourself. I honestly had such a bad self-esteem issue with going to the gym while I was in college because of my inconsistencies. I decided I'm no longer going to work out while I'm in college. I literally stopped working out when I was in college because I was tired of building this. Because I was tired of not making it to the gym, and I was building this cycle of, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today, but then not going, and essentially lying and building that negative habit of telling myself I'm going to do something and then not following through with it. So I was like, I got to cut that out now, or else that may be a negative habit that I carry through the rest of my life. So I just completely said, screw it. I'm done trying to work out while I'm in college. And what I ended up doing, and what was a lot simpler, is I watched YouTube videos. I did nothing but educate myself while I was in college, not only in my automation degree that I was in, but in fitness. All my free time and all my entertainment time was used towards watching YouTube videos on fitness and reading stuff online. And overall, I was essentially in college for fitness while I was in college for my automation degree. And that's really where my fitness background came from, just because of me educating myself while I was unable to make it to the gym. And because I look at it as such an entertainment type of aspect, whenever you're excited about learning something, you learn that better than anything that you could ever learn. And I just consistently would just feed myself with this. And one day I was like, reading through comments of other YouTuber, and I was like, people were like, man, thanks for helping me, thanks, you changed my life, da-da-da. And that's what really got me into YouTube. I seeing comments like that, I was like, man, I want to do this one day. I want to inspire people one day. I want to be that guy that people look up to, and I can be an influence on somebody's life and just completely change it. So, the main takeaway is just keep things simple. Don't focus on so many different things that you spread yourself so thin that you see no progress and that you just give up. That's what it all boils down to when it comes to fitness. People just give up after a few months. And I'll be honest, like if fat loss is one of your goals, that's going to be primarily how you eat and how you diet. Sure, cardio and all that can help, but fat loss is actually one of the hardest things to accomplish in fitness. And it's just because it takes so much dedication, and it's actually way more easy to go to the gym and lift weights than it is to not eat a bowl of cereal that you want, or to not eat some ice cream. It's so much easier. That's why you see so many guys that are like, they're big and swelled up, but then they got a stomach on them still. It's because it's easy for them to go to the gym, but it's not easy for them to put the Twinkies down or whatever. And so yeah, to me, fat loss is the most disciplined of all. And I would say, honestly, if you're not like 300 pounds, 250 pounds, I would start with weightlifting. I would do compound movements, and I would start with some type of weightlifting before I even focused on fat loss, just because fat loss is such a hard thing to stay dedicated to. And if you start going to the gym and gaining some more muscle, you're gonna feel better about yourself because you're able to stick to something. And it's a heck of a lot easier to go spend 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes at the gym than it is to tell yourself that you can't eat something because of your impulses. And then just relapse and not do a good job, and then you finally throw in the towel and say, you know what, I can't do this is too difficult. So I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. This was one of the biggest things that has helped me make it through my journey, and I have actually just now started implementing legs. I'm about 2 to 3 weeks into doing legs, and I still catch myself kind of wanting to relapse into doing legs. And I'll give you a quick little shot of what my legs look like. As you can see here, I have some calvi poos, and if you're not aware of what calvi poos are the undeveloped calves. And what you want to do is you want to take your calvi poos and you want to develop them into billy goats. Billy goats are the developed version of calves. They're when you have some swolled up, full-grown adult calves. So I'm dedicated now to making sure I take my calvi poos to the next level and turn them into some billy goats. Also, as you can see, my quads are whack. My legs are just whack in general. They're horrible. You probably shouldn't even seen this. It's probably gonna give you nightmares at night. In all seriousness, guys, my legs are probably gonna get big fairly quickly, and that's just because my legs were actually quite a bit bigger than what they are now. I used to ride bicycles all the time, all the way across town, every day, day in and day out. And alright, so we got a little friend here with me. Just to wrap this thing up, because I have muscle memory, I'm going to be able to gain that muscle back fairly quickly. So over the course of the 6 months, my legs are going to swell up pretty big. I didn't have humongous legs before, but they were decent sized. I would say at least average. I probably had at least about a year's worth of fitness and hypertrophy to my legs. The equivalent of 1 year of fitness of hypertrophy in my legs. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign off of here, guys. I got kids to take care of, videos to edit, and I'll catch y'all soon.